right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Music Talk. I'm Dave.
Mike, I almost stepped on my cat.
Yep. That cat likes to make appearances on here. So this week, we're going to check out the new Red Hot Chili Peppers called Unlimited Love. Album cover looks like that. CD cover. Got a picture of the guys in there laying around.
Mhm.
Back, up to their regular antics. Got all the words. The titles on the back in red on black, which is easy to read. I like that. Comes with a little pamphlet booklet. Got this same picture here, same picture here. You got all the lyrics to all the songs, and there's a lot of songs. A couple more pictures. Some shots here of them acting a little crazy. And it's black and white, easy for you to read. And then the CD looks like this.
Yep.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Unlimited Love. So before we go on, I just want to make sure everybody realizes that these are our opinions. So
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting ready to say is going to make a lot of people mad. A lot of Chili Pepper fans are going to think I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about and all this crap. So I'm just telling you right now, it's just my opinion. You can trash me if you want. It's fine. But I did not like this record. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm there with you. I don't know. I expected a lot more,
Me too.
and I didn't expect the volume of songs that they put on there.
It's
I, you
17
know,
songs, man.
yeah, and I don't know. I almost felt like it was a farewell album or something, because
Well,
I got to tell you, I love Chad Smith. I and after hearing him in Full Circle,
circle. Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
You
It's
mean
kind of hard to listen
not
to the.
really the circle with chicken foot.
Well, he was with Chickenfoot. He's
Yeah.
also, yeah, that's right. It's Bonham's is
Bonham's
Circle.
doing the circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason Bonham's doing
Yeah.
Circle. But
But still, the stuff he did with chicken foot.
oh yeah, yeah, and then yeah, and I mean he did the thing where uh oh God, what was the guitar player's name? Anyway, they did Highway Star.
Joe Satriani. Mhm.
Yeah, Joe Satriani. He's doing all that stuff, which was totally amazing. It's like, my God, there's
Yep.
no keyboard player on stage, and he's covering John Lord's parts, and you ain't even missed him.
Yeah. And Chad Smith was killing it, man.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
And I love Chad Smith and I
I
love
do.
Flea. I really don't know why when they get together on these Chili Peppers that they don't play to their potential, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Maybe it's because of Anthony, whatever,
Well, I've never really liked Anthony Kiedis, man. I can only take him for a song or two, honestly, and then
Yeah.
I'm pretty much, it's about all I can do with him.
Well,
I feel like
what,
you can put any guitar player in there and you're going to get the same results. I'm not saying that John's a bad guitar player.
but
He
he's
has his
also
own sound.
he's the second guitar player they've had, I believe. I think he replaced the original guitar player back in the day.
Well, I think he was the original and then he left.
Is
I
that what it
think.
was? Okay.
Yeah, he left. I know they had Dave Navarro for a little while. And then I think John came back, if I'm not mistaken. And y'all can tell us there. I'm not really into the history of these guys much, but
Yeah.
and I've never been a big Chili Pepper fan. I've always liked Flea and I've always liked Chad Smith, but as a whole, I've never been a Chili Pepper fan.
Well, I was a Chili Pepper fan back in the day. I mean, not saying that I'd want to sit and listen to their album back to back,
Right.
front to back or whatever. Um, but I really think that they're a really dated sound now, and it's kind of old.
Yeah.
It didn't strike me fresh or anything. And actually, I was kind of wondering if Anthony was even, from the United States. I mean, a couple of songs on there, he had an accent going on
Yeah.
that I had never heard before. I'm like,
His that was just bad. It was bad. I
but
don't really understand. I don't understand honestly what I don't know. I,
to me, I mean, I'm glad to see, and it's kind of like, the reunions that a lot of bands do, even us with Boot Hill and stuff,
Mhm.
yeah, doing reunions, but yeah, it's tried and true. It's been done before. And that's about all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, this album to me, I mean, it sounds just like every other Chili Pepper album. I don't see that the only thing different on this one is that weird accent that you were talking about. I
Yep,
mean,
yep.
that's the only change on this record that I see from any other Chili Peppers. I mean, we'll go through the tracks real quick. I'll try to go through them real quick. It's 17 songs on this record.
All right, wake
So,
me up when you're done. Yeah.
right. Yeah, right. So we get Black Summer. That's the one they're playing on the radio now. To me, it sounds just like any other Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's got good drums, good bass. Here Ever After, typical, same thing. Now I did like Aquatic Mouth Dance, even though as most of his stuff, I don't understand a word that he's talking about. Like 90% of the words on here, I have no idea what he's talking about. A lot of these songs are just what words rhyme, whether it makes sense or not to me. I mean, I try to read these things and I'm like, what? I don't get it. Maybe it's just I don't get it. But anyway, the Aquatic Mouth Dance had a nice funky bass and drum thing. I felt like the horns were a little bit annoying. They were so scattering all over the place. It kind of drove me a little bit crazy there, you know. But then you get to 4, not the 1, and again, typical. Sounds just like all the rest of them. And then you get the poster child, excuse me. Uh, Basically all they did was just name a bunch of popular stuff, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
groups, things that were popular back in, when they first came out, really. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
again, nothing special. And then you get to number 6, The Great Apes. It's the same, but then, incorporated a few Buddy Holly words in there. You know what I mean? They
Hmm.
did a couple things that were Buddy Holly thing. They had a good solo though. This one had a good guitar solo. You know,
Yeah.
actually had something going on other than Anthony's doing his talk rap, whatever you call what he does with that accent. So this
Yeah,
one,
I know. I know the accent. I can't get over the accent. Yeah, I just,
yeah,
I, I never knew he was a foreigner.
yeah, right. I don't know either. I'm not sure where that accent came from. Yeah, I don't think it's Long Beach or
No,
California. Could
it's
be.
not even Valley. It's not even Valley Girl.
Yeah, not even sure where it is. But so then we
It's.
get to it's it's only natural. And to
Hmm.
me, it sounded like some kind of Depeche Mode psychedelic fur thing with the guitar. I don't know, man. It just had a good bass. I mean, musically, it was decent. It's just again the words. Number 8, She's a Lover. It's another typical one, funky. Had a '70s disco bridge. Going on. So, I mean, the two that I liked the most were probably 3, which was Aquatic Mouth Dance, and 8, She's a Lover.
Hmm.
The rest of these, you know, number 9, These Are the Ways. I like the break in it. It changed up a little bit at the end. They could have probably done more of that through a lot of these songs. It maybe would have changed up some. I don't know. 10, What You Thinking? The vocals reminded me so much of putting on the Ritz, when you do,
Right, right.
why don't you go where fashion, it
Mhm.
sounded just like that to me,
Yeah.
had a good solo though. And then, so then we get to number 11, Bastards of Light, which the chorus was a direct ripoff of Low Spark of High Heeled Boys.
Yeah.
It was exactly that chorus. I'm like, okay, well, at least they did something. And then you get to 12, White Braids and Pillow Chair. I just have blah written down on that one. 13, One Way Traffic, another blah, but it does have a bass solo. So I will give you a credit for that one. So you had a bass solo on this one. so, so of all the songs, at least we got a bass solo out of it. It took 13 to get to it, but there we are, All right. And then number 14 is Veronica. It's the same. It's the same as all the rest. It does have a little tempo change with the strange little thing going in there, but I like the way Chad brought it back to the rhythm. I thought that was pretty cool. It was probably one of the highlights on the record. Then 15, Let 'Em Cry. And to me, it was a decent 70s music, but the vocals were stupid. Uh, 16, the heavy wing, had a nice rim shot. I really like that sound he's gotten on the rim shot there.
Yeah.
Nice guitar and bass doubling going on there, but it sounded just like the second song to me. And then you get the Tangelo, whatever. And it was like an acoustic thing, I believe. And I just didn't care for it. So to sum it all up, I didn't like this record at all. There's maybe 3 songs that I would listen to again. I will listen to the song twice, the album twice, all the way through, and then I couldn't get back through it again. The third time, I was like, man, I just can't do it.
Yeah. I had the same problem listening to it. My again, the biggest thing I've got to say about it is it just sounded like they just rehashed their old stuff.
It did.
And the caliber of musicians that are there, and you gotta admit, I mean, they're a 3-piece band with a singer.
Yeah.
If you want to call him a singer, I mean,
Yep.
he's kind of a rapper, or whatever. And I think really the reality is that is just a carryover from the surfers and stuff like that. I mean, they're beach bums is what they were touted as when they first hit the market, and hence their Flea and what's his name's Anthony's appearance in Point Break.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they tied right into that. And I just think that's what it is more of a cult thing now. At that time, it was fresh, everybody was into it, but now it's kind of like, I mean, I don't want to go out and buy. I don't want to go out and buy the music. I don't want to go out and buy that. I don't want to go out and buy the Butthole Surfers or whatever. I mean, and that's what it all amounts to.
Now, one thing I will say about the record, I will give it a couple things. I mean, it was recorded well.
Oh yeah,
the instruments sounded great.
Oh yeah,
I just didn't like the songs, honestly. They all sounded the same, like you said. It's like they rehashed their old stuff again.
I just think in the element of walking into, and which evidently is something that's a thing of the past too anymore, into a real active bar in the evening for happy hour, on the beach or whatever, and the jukebox is blaring, and here comes their song. Yeah, you're gonna sit there and nod your head, pat your foot, and listen.
Right.
You're not really listening to it as background noise.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and I think too, you had mentioned it before. We talked about, this one we've been listening to for a couple weeks, or trying to.
Mhm.
But you had mentioned before that if it wasn't for the drums and bass, there wouldn't even be melodies in this record.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't have a melody at all. It's just him just talking, rapping, singing, whatever it is that he does.
Yeah.
And it's just really, it got really boring to me. I think, 17 songs, whoever decided to put, which actually they had 20 and reduced it to 17. So it's like, okay, who decided 17? You should have went down to maybe 12.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of the approach too musically, I felt like was taken from the angle of what U2 does.
Mm-hmm.
Now granted, all except for the rap, it's like, okay, we got you got 3 people in the band.
Yeah.
You got a guitar player that really about the only thing he can do is play rhythm.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he had like 2 songs with guitar solos, and they were pretty good.
Yeah.
But mainly everything he did was just strum a bunch of high chords.
But everything else, like even with U2, everything is carried by the bass and the drums.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and I know people were giving Flea some crap the other day about doing the national anthem somewhere, like a basketball game or something. But I actually thought it was pretty good. I'm like, it's Flea. People sometimes get hard on these artists that go out there and put their touch on it, but you hire them to come do the national anthem. They're going to put their flair in it. and Flea did his thing on it. I mean, I didn't think it was bad, you know. It was Flea.
Well, hell, nobody bitched about Jimi Hendrix.
Well, I mean, everybody always tries to compare everybody to Jimi Hendrix. They're like,
I
he
mean,
wasn't no Jimi Hendrix, and all
no,
that.
I
So
mean, no, he's a bass player.
right. So
Lee's a bass player. He's not playing a Strat,
and he
strung up
played
backwards and upside down.
the stuff like you would expect Flea to play it, which I thought was all right, But they
Well,
gave him a bunch of crap over it, and I'm like, whatever.
one thing you got to understand: today's society, everything is, I want it now,
And the way I want it.
and yeah, and don't get in my way.
Mhm.
And for everything that they want to do, you can buy a looper or whatever and sit there and just cheat your way through writing music.
Yep.
And which is why today I think the 15 minutes of fame thing really is just 15 minutes,
Yeah.
because that's all these people can do. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, whoever's got a number one hit today, you ain't going to remember their name next year at this time.
Nope. So people were giving him crap about the national anthem, and I thought it was all right. So, I mean, people are going to do their thing. So anyway,
I'm of a thorough understanding of today's society. It doesn't matter what you do. Somebody, and you're going to wind up with a bunch.
Yep.
They're going to say you're wrong.
Yep.
They're going to say you're an asshole. They're going to say, you know what? I can do it better than you, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
And to prove that fact is watch the comments of this video later. And you'll find out.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Because I know they're coming after me, man. I mean, honestly, man, I can only give this record. I mean, I'm trying to strive to give it something notable, but I'm feeling like it's only about a 3.9.
Yeah, I was looking right around about a 4.
Yeah.
I'm just thoroughly disappointed. And I kind of wonder, and I know it's a business thing too. I kind of wonder if that's what they're doing, is fulfilling contractual agreements. Regardless,
yeah,
I had higher expectations because I've seen Chad and Flea both perform at much higher standards.
Yep. And going back to what you said earlier, it's like, the talent of the musicianship in this band, there's no reason why this should sound like everything else they've done. There should be some new level that they should be reaching. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they just don't even care. It's like, this is it. This is what we want to do. This is what you're getting.
Well, nobody's paying attention. Nobody anymore. Everybody's in their own bubble. And I gotta blame a lot of that on COVID. Yeah, even amplifying that a little bit. I mean, it's put another level to an already existing situation.
Yeah.
And right now, everybody just thinks they're their own king, queen.
Yeah.
They rule their world, and you have no business in it. And that's the way people look at it. Look at the world today, and it's so wrong, man.
Yeah, but everybody can get out there and say stuff now. It's out there. So you can tweet or whatever they call that crap, and you can get on videos and comment, and you can talk crap about people, and it's just so accessible now that people just feel they have to do it, which is fine if that's what you want to do. If you want to come at me, I don't really care. Yeah. But my thing about the COVID thing is, and I've mentioned it before, there's bands out there doing it during COVID, and they're putting out great stuff.
Oh yeah.
This to me, all right, you've had this whole COVID time to write songs. Is this what you wrote? Yeah. And these are the best 17 songs you had.
Even at that, over the past 2 years, and with the level of the money and the access to the studios that they had and everything, and that's the best they could do. I mean, come on. They could all go get tested. All these people that were involved in the project get tested for negative, then they can show up at the studio and sanitize and do whatever when they leave, when they enter, do whatever. But you can go in and exist as a normal band in a studio, even during the COVID thing. So what happened?
Right. But even still, even if you're in your own home, just recording stuff that you want to make a song out of, you got to have better than this. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
anyway,
it's like I say, I'm giving it a 4 because I had a lot higher expectations.
I
And
did too, man.
I
I was
couldn't make
hoping
it
to hear
through.
some
I
good.
couldn't even make it through the CD two
I
times.
know. I was hoping to hear some good, funky Chad Smith Flea just ripping it up. And I
Yep.
mean, you only got it a couple times.
Yep. Yep.
The rest of it was
Yeah.
just so mediocre. It was just, I don't know.
Come on,
I mean,
Sammy.
I guess
Back.
Anthony did take his money and perfect that accent though,
Yeah.
whatever that accent is.
I have no idea what the hell it is, but I'm like, is that Anthony? I mean, I was like, when it first on a couple of them songs, it was too
Yeah.
pronounced. You know, I was
Even
like,
even on the Black Summer song, he does it a lot. It's the one they're
yeah,
playing on the radio. When you listen to it, you hear that weird, I don't know, like pirate thing. I don't know. Maybe he's like turned into a pirate. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, all right. We'll end it here. I gave it a 3.9. Mike gave it a 4. I'm sorry to all you Red Hot Chili Pepper fans that are going to trash us for this review, but honestly, I wanted to give it higher. I just couldn't.
just give me
So,
some more Silk Sonic. You know.
yeah, go to Silk Sonic. Until next time, y'all be safe out there.
Peace out. And I'm telling you, listen to the music.
And be easy on us. But you don't have to be. We'll love you anyway. Whatever.
It ain't a family thing, believe me.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. We just don't like the CD. All right, we'll end it here.